Injury has ended our walk along the Cotswold Way, and we're now exploring the towns and villages on the second half of the walk, from Painswick to Bath.
Hi everyone, welcome to Cash Walks.
Today we're just heading out to pick up a geocache near our hotel before we head out of town, and we've been lucky enough to be invited by the CEO of the Travel Bug Hotel that we visited last evening, and she's going to take us on a tour around the countryside geocaching. So that's our day today. How far to the cache, Lynn?
About 20 metres.
And what's it called?
Bears Street.
Okay. Apparently it's named after the cache owner's dog, who competed at Crufts in the agility section. So that's interesting. And apparently he came walking here. So let's see if we can see where it is. What do you reckon, Lynn?
It's a magnetic nano, I think it said.
Magnetic nano.
Yes.
Just move down here a little bit.
Oh, look at that.
And it's Bears Street. Where do you think the cache is going to be? I think there's a good chance it's behind there.
Exactly.
Now, there's a lot of cars around, so I have to do this a bit stealthy. Okay, can you see the cache? There it is, just in there. Yay. Log sign. Right, we've got the cache and we're now heading back to our hotel to await our ride for the day, which is very cool. We are heading first to find a church micro at St Mary's the Virgin Church, and there is a castle right beside it. Let's head on in.
Thank you.
This rood screen is largely original timber and dates from the 15th century. A rood screen usually has a large crucifix set above the entrance to the chancel, the space around the altar of a medieval church. The name rood derives from the Old English word meaning cross.
The pulpit of stone carved with panels and bands of foliage is a good specimen of work at the time of Edward VI.
And the stairs or something
behind it? Behind the pulpit there is a doorway leading up to an almost semicircular headed opening which gave access to the former rood loft.
A rood loft is a gallery or platform on top of the rood screen of a church carrying the Great Rood, a sculptural representation of the crucifixion. The stairs gave access so candles could be lit there, and it was also necessary to be able to cover the rood group with a veil during the period of Lent, to be unveiled before the Easter Vigil, signifying Christ lifting the veil through his resurrection. It's so narrow it must have been difficult to climb up and a problem coming down. There is a squint here, but the church chairs have been stacked up in front of it. An 18th century memorial plaque with skull. A bit creepy.
The columns are about 2 feet in diameter and due to their wide spacing present a most impressive appearance.
An unusual ceiling here. The basic form is a hammer beam truss. It's quite a unique piece of carpentry. Love the tombs here. The sculpture of Christ predates the Norman conquest. This is an original Norman tower which has been heightened with a new belfry in the 15th century. Across the road from the church is Beverston Castle, founded in 1229 by Maurice de Gort. The property includes a manor house and the ruins of the castle. Roundhead forces attacked the castle twice during the English Civil War, but the greatest damage came from an order from Parliament to slight or deliberately weaken its defences. On to find the geocache.
Ah, here's a sign.
Right, the hint said sign. Do you want to go in and have a look for it, Lynn?
Well, this
Down the base here.
looks a little like a geocache. Sort of. Oh, can you see it in there?
Right. Okay, can you pull it out?
I can. There it is.
Oh, good. Here we are. Right.
The logbook looks like it's been around for a while, but there's still a bit of room left, so that's good, isn't it?
Good. And I've got our baby kiwi partek to go
Oh,
on
good.
as well.
That can pop in there.
Put it in there.
Just put GeoRick.
That's a nice little hide.
It is. Great place it's
Yes.
taken us to.
A castle and a church.
It's wonderful.
And there's another of the church micros for our collection.
Yes,
We're getting up there now.
we are.
I don't know
Yes.
how many, I have to check. I'll put it along the bottom of the screen.
Put it away. Better?
Good. To the car.
Yes.
Carry on our journey.
Head southeast toward A4135. In 600 feet, turn left onto A4135.
On to visit the town of Tetbury for a coffee break at the Snooty Fox, where the princes William and Harry used to hang out in their younger, happier days. Snooty Fox. Nice coffee and interesting bar and restaurant. In keeping with the royal theme, let's head over to the Highgrove Shop. Highgrove House, the country residence of the King and Queen, is not far from Tetbury, and the shop sells items from the estate. It's a great place to pick up something to take home with us. Lots of coronation memorabilia. This will look nice on our Christmas tree. It's light, so easy to carry, and will bring back memories of our visit each year. Yum! Marmalade from Highgrove. It was great.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite fun. They do have lovely things in there. I've forgotten really.
Now on to visit Cirencester to explore its Roman Amphitheatre. Amphitheatres are theatres, large circular or oval open-air venues with raised seating, built by the ancient Romans for events such as gladiator combats, animal hunts and executions.
Well, we're going to have a look around a Roman amphitheatre here. Maybe this is going to be a medieval Roman day.
Sounds like it. It'd be good.
There's such a lot of history, isn't there?
There is.
Do you want to go up
Going
there?
up the steps.
Looks like there's something interesting up here. So we're just going to go up and see what this says. Cool, lots of history.
About 230 Roman amphitheatres have been found across the area of the Roman Empire.
The back of the amphitheatre is just up in front of us here. Here we are, looking down into the amphitheatre. So we're up on the wall, and the seats would be down in front of us there.
To modern eyes, it would have been a gruesome sight.
Looks like an entranceway here, down into some other area. We'll go down to the plaque there and just see what it says. Wow, this looks interesting. Look at the amphitheatre there.
This amphitheatre is one of the largest surviving examples. The massive banks, which are all that can be seen today, supported tiers of seats made from planking on terraced dry stone walls. There was also an area for standing spectators, and it's estimated that the amphitheatre had a capacity of around 8,000 people. A wall separated the spectators from the arena, which was floored with fine gravel and sand. It dates back to the early 2nd century AD. Now it's on to see the nearby Cirencester Obelisk and its earth cache. Much to our surprise, who exactly built it and why is a bit of a mystery. The obelisk first appears on maps in 1807, and one theory is that it was created as a line of sight marker from the Bathurst estate. The obelisk stands about 15 metres high. The Cotswolds is famous for its honey-coloured stone. What type of stone is this, and from which geological period was it likely to have been formed? A quick bit of research or reading above will help you pin down which period is the likely candidate.
We also had to find fossils in the stone. Okay, we're just going up the road to find the Friendship Cache, which is nearby. Very suitable for our new friendship. Lavender looks neat, doesn't it?
It's beautiful. There's lots of bumblebees there.
Mm. Okay, cache is down here somewhere. Mm-hmm. How far now, Lynn?
35 metres.
35 metres.
Yep.
There's a green fence here.
There is.
It's often where you find them.
Nice big tree here. 20 metres. 10.
I think this post up here?
Could be.
What was the hint?
It was an unusual hint. You've got to fill in the gaps. One, film titles, the XXXXX mile, full XXXXX jacket, the XXX man always rings twice.
Okay. So it's Full Metal Jacket is one of the movie titles.
Okay. And the Green Mile is the other one.
The Green Post.
Yep. Metal. And the Something Man Always Rings Twice.
Postman.
Postman.
Okay, maybe it's not this big green post, it might be this one here. Have a look. Can you see the cache? Righty, that's it. Is that it, do you think?
Uh-oh. Just fallen.
Can you go underneath?
Hold on. Just reposition myself. Oof.
There it is.
Ta-da!
Yay, found it.
Thank you.
First.
Thank you.
Want to ask me?
Yeah, okay.
How is that?
How do you spell it?
S-E
Mm-hmm.
H-E
Mm-hmm.
R-A
Mm-hmm.
Z-A
Mm-hmm.
D-E.
Oops.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Our pleasure.
Our next stop is at Chedworth Roman Villa. Chedworth was located near the village of Chedworth in Gloucestershire. It is one of the largest and most elaborate Roman villas so far discovered in Britain, and one of the latest occupation beyond the Roman period. It's located just off the Roman road called the Cotswold Way. Glad I'm not driving that camper on these roads. Looks like it's a popular place to visit.
Oh, do we need our trust?
Yes, I've got it.
Oh, have we? Okay.
We will go into their cafe for lunch before looking around.
They're nice. All they're Moorish. Huh? Thank you.
A Cornish pasty and a savoury scone. Yum. Little timeline here. 1066 and then AD 362.
That's a long time ago.
Wow, that is a long time ago. Wonderful models showing its size and illustrations bringing alive the site.
Yeah, I remember that.
Here's the toilet block and kitchen. The toilet block, latrine, was a rarity in Roman Britain, and one attached to a kitchen even more so. Let's take a look inside this long, rather interesting building. It's covering the mosaics in the west wing to ensure their preservation. What's down here?
It must be the floor.
Mosaic floor.
The little panels of braids are beautiful as well.
We're coming into the grand dining room. The villa's owners laid on lavish meals and entertainment here. Mosaics were used by the Romans in a variety of private and public buildings. Roman mosaics are constructed from geometrical blocks called tesserae, placed together to create the shapes of figures, motifs and patterns. The graffiti carved into this block says green. It probably refers to the Green's chariot team that raced around the Circus Maximus in Rome. Here are the steam baths. People bathe together to get clean, to groom themselves, relax, socialise, exercise, even do business, but men and women bathe separately. A wonderful floor mosaic here. You can also see the hypercaust. It's a system of central heating that circulates hot air below the floor of the room to heat it. The foundations to lift the floor and provide space underneath for the hot air to circulate. Here's the cold plunge bath. Time to head out and look around the grounds. Here's the boiler room with log store. Supplies the heat and hot water to the baths. And up here is a water shrine. pool is fed by a natural spring which still runs today. Here offerings could be made to the female spirits of the spring.
Let's head down to see the North Range. There's another bathhouse and a large reception room here.
Okay, let's see what we've got down here. Looks like some columns. This is the North bathhouse. Wow. These are the dry heat baths. They seem to be in a modern sauna. Very hot individual cubicles.
Here we can see some Roman concrete and the cold plunge baths. Many of the rooms, particularly the dining rooms, were heated by hypocaust. The capping has been put on to protect the Roman walls. An area set aside to protect wildlife such as the Roman snail. This snail is one of Britain's largest and is thought to have been brought here by the Romans as a source of food almost 2,000 years ago. The snail's descendants are still living here. There's also areas to protect rare wild orchids. Let's see if this is one. Hello, no cell phone coverage. Checking later, it appears to be smooth bed straw, also known as crosswort. Here's common self-heal and an orchid. Now let's take a look into the small museum here. It was built in Victorian times to display finds and objects discovered at the villa. Roman pottery found here. We've found pieces of Roman Samian ware on the Thames foreshore while mudlarking. Here is an almost whole Roman mortarium with its grit-roughened interior to help grind up ingredients for cooking.
Time to head on to find the source of the River Thames. Thames Head is the most accepted source of the Thames, but is disputed with Seven Springs, thought by some to be a better choice. Sometimes we go on shortcuts, but my shortcuts never seem to be shortcuts. They seem to take twice as long, I'm sure, than going the other way.
Through the barley field here. Public footpath sign there. Good. Out over the field.
There's a nice wall.
In summer the source is fairly dry. But apparently it used to run over these fields to the right. Or maybe it does in winter, I'm not sure. So in winter time, that dip in the field is where the river was running.
Sal kindly gave us some photographs and video footage she had taken during a wet spell that show the Thames spring flowing here. You can walk the Thames path from here down to London.
Here we're coming up to the marker, the headwaters of the Thames. No doubt in winter the spring is bubbling up here. Looks completely dry at the moment. But up here we come to the marker.
The source of the River Thames.
The source to the sea, 232 miles or 374 kilometres.
Looks like it bubbles up just here.
A photo was part of claiming the Earth cache. Now on to find a geocache at the first bridge over the Thames.
Right, we're going to cache the first bridge over the River Thames. That'll be an interesting one to see. More of the Thames National Path here. Thames Path.
Oops, straight to the blackberry bush.
I just got across the road.
Okay.
Okay, we're over here and down these stairs. Thames Path, public footpath.
Got to be in there somewhere.
I'm afraid you're going to have to go in and get it in.
This looks like a likely place for a geocache. Here it is. Now back to the car. Sal's dropping us off to Old Sodbury, the next village on the Cotswold Way.
Thanks to Sal, we had a great day out exploring and geocaching.
We're staying at the Dog Inn. Let's go in for dinner and have a look at our room.
HPA is a Hereford Pale Ale with a pale straw colour, slightly citrus hop aroma and a balanced bitter finish. It's a great summer ale. In 2017, it was a finalist in the CAMRA Champion Beer of Britain Awards. We're having scallops Cotswold style. Not sure about the Cotswold style. It may mean they're using Cotswold cream in the sauce. See what it's like inside.
Hi,
Hi,
come in.
let's have a look.
Nice big bedroom
Yes?
and a lounge area.
Look in the bathroom.
Bathroom's just there to the right. We've been very pleased about the accommodation Max Adventure has organised for us so far. We'll see you in the next episode in Old Sodbury, in the rain.